Welcome to Sheep Yoga. Today we're going to be doing a beginner class. It's about 20 minutes. All you'll need today is your mat. We're going to start in child pose, which is Balasana. So you want to put your big toes together, bend at your knees. Your knees can go as wide as you feel. Have your forehead going towards the mat, your arms extended out long. You should feel the stretch in your arms and you should feel grounding towards the mat. Get comfortable here and relax. Breathe deeply through your nose, inhaling and exhaling. Slowly and gently come up onto your hands and knees. We're going to start doing some cat and cows. So start with your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Inhale to lift your chin and your tailbone, dropping your belly. And then exhale to go the other way, dropping your head and your tailbone and lifting your belly up. And continue like this, inhaling and exhaling. Try to contract your core to make this pose a bit more active. And try to feel each movement on each vertebra. Keep going. Keep breathing. So this is to warm up your spine. We're going to add the wrist involved now. So on your next exhale, turn your fingers on your right hand to face towards your knees. Don't worry if you can't go all the way, just go as far as you can and then continue your cat and cows. Keep going. On your next exhale, I would like you to switch over to your left side. Again, turning your fingers towards your knees and continuing your cat and cows. We're going to now get ready to push back into a downward facing dog on your next exhale. So bend at your knees and lift your hips up high, heels towards the floor, chest towards your thighs, and start to pedal. Bring the heel of one foot closer to the mat and then the other foot. Keep going like this and make sure you keep breathing. Then see if you can hold the downward facing dog. Keep your chest going towards your thighs, keep your heels driving towards the ground. It doesn't matter if you can't reach, just make sure your arms are strong and your hips are high. On your next exhale, start to walk towards your hands, towards the front of the mat. Keep in this fold here. Don't worry how bent your knees are and just hold on to opposite elbows and swing side to side. Then on an inhale, I want you to gently slide your hands up your shins into a flat back halfway lift. Exhale and drop back down. And then bend your knees deeply. Inhale to come all the way up to stand. And exhale and hands at heart center. Inhale, arms up, and then we're going to sit back into a chair pose. So feel as though someone is pushing a chair behind you. Bend deeply, and if you peek, you should be able to see your toes. Hold here for one breath, and then I would like you to bring your right hand back and your left hand forward, twisting your body open to the right side. If you would like to, you can add a prayer twist by bringing your palms together to heart center. Push your elbow against your knee to bring your hands closer towards the center. Keep breathing. On your next inhale, go back to your chair pose, arms extended. And then exhale to fold gently and inhale to do that halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant your hands and step your right leg back. Lower your right knee down to the mat and lift up into a crescent lunge. Knee over your ankle, and then on your next inhale lift your arms up. You can look towards your hands and then exhale to put your arms into a cactus shape, bringing your shoulder blades closer together. And repeat this about 2 more times. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, bring your hands back to the mat and lift up into a high lunge. This should be very strong. You can lift your arms up again, knee over your ankle. On your next exhale, spin your back foot parallel to the short edge of your mat to a warrior 2. Keep your left knee tracking open and keep your strength in your core. On your next inhale, lower your right arm and lift your left arm above your head, feeling a stretch on your left side waist. Exhale and drop your left arm towards your foot, or you can put it on your knee, whichever is easiest for you, and lift up your right arm. On your next inhale, reverse the warrior again by dropping your right arm, and then exhale to come back into that side angle by dropping your left arm. Then plant both hands and step back into a plank pose. Keep your core engaged, keep your arms pushing away from the mat, but if you need to, lower your knees. And whatever your plank pose is, we're going to lower all the way down. Keep your elbows close to your ribs. And on your inhale, lift up into a cobra pose. Exhale, come back down. And then inhale back into your downward facing dog. You can pedal out your legs here before we repeat on the other side. On an inhale, step your feet back to the top of the mat into a halfway lift. And then exhale to forward fold. Inhale, bend at your knees, come up into a standing position. Exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale to extend the arms above the head. And then exhale back into your chair pose. Bend deeply, peek to see your toes. Keep your legs very strong here. Now add that twist, so left arm back, right arm forward. And if you did it on the other side, try and do the prayer twist again. Don't worry if you can't, the sides aren't always the same. On an inhale, untwist, lift your arms back up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to plant the hands, step the left foot back this time. Drop your left knee to a crescent lunge and then lift the arms up on an inhale. Look up to your hands if you would like to, and then on an exhale, cactus the arms, and repeat like that a few times. Then on an exhale, you can put your hands back on the mat, firmly place them and lift up into your high lunge. Inhale with your arms up and then exhale to a warrior 2. Left foot parallel to the back edge of your mat. Then inhale to lift your right arm, left arm goes down, and then exhale to the side angle. Right arm resting on your thigh, or you can bring it down to touch your ankle, left arm high, and then repeat again. Inhale and exhale back to the side angle. Excellent. And when you've done that, just place your hands back on the mat and then push back into a plank pose. Be on your knees if you want to, but it doesn't matter as long as your arms and your core are strong and everything is pushing away from the mat. Then exhale to lower and inhale back up to the cobra pose. Exhale to come back into a downward facing dog. Keep breathing, and then on your next inhale, bring your feet towards the top of the mat. Inhale halfway and then exhale back down to a forward fold. Then gently inhale to come all the way back up, arms extended above your head. Then on an exhale, move back into the chair pose, bending deeply at your knees. Then when you're ready, come to do that twist on the right side again. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands planted. Step your right leg back into that crescent lunge. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale to cactus, and then repeat this 2 more times. Bring your hands back down to the mat and push up into a high lunge. Then on your exhale to the warrior two, keeping your left leg bent, tracking open. Inhale to reverse your warrior, right arm down, left arm up, and then exhale to side angle, and then repeat that again. After you've done that second side angle, hands planted back on the mat, step into a plank pose. Be strong in this pose, and then on exhale, lower down, keeping your elbows in. Inhale to cobra pose, exhale back down, and then push back into your downward facing dog. You can pedal here for a second, and then on an inhale, bring the legs back to the front of the mat into a halfway lift. Exhale to fold, inhale to lift, all the way up this time. And then we're going to do it on the left side. So inhale to extend the arms, exhale to sit back into a chair pose, and then twist to the left, left arm back, right arm forward. Then on an inhale, you're going to come back to center, and exhale, bring your hands down and step back your left leg to a crescent lunge, so knee down, lift up, arms up. Inhale, exhale to cactus the arms, and repeat like this 2 more times. Then bring your hands back to the mat and push up into a high lunge. Inhale to lift your arms up, and then on an exhale, move into warrior two, left foot parallel to mat, right knee bent and tracking open. Inhale to reverse, exhale to side angle, and then repeat that again. So inhale to reverse, left arm down, right arm up, and exhale to side angle. Back to the mat and push back into a plank pose. Again, make it really strong. Keep your body pushing away from the mat, your spine aligned. And elbows close to your ribs, lower all the way down, and then inhale to cobra. When you exhale, come back down, and then push back to the downward facing dog. And just hold here for a second. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Then drop your knees to the mat and sit up on your knees. We're going to do half camel pose now. So what I would like you to do is have your feet tucked for this bit. And then when you're going to breathe in, you're going to lift your arms above your head. Exhale, bring the right arm to the right heel. And if you feel like you're flexible, you can then untuck that foot and add a bit more stretch, keeping your hips over your knees and bending backwards. Try not to let your head fall back. Inhale to come out of it, and then exhale to repeat on the left side. Again, grabbing your left heel with your left hand, keeping your hips over your knees. And then on your next inhale, come out of the pose and bring your hands back to the ground. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, make a firm base. And then inhale to lift your right leg. You can flex your toes. And if you would like to, add your left arm to join. Try and keep the rest of the body just as it was. Then exhale to bring them together to touch in the middle. Inhale to extend. So this is just going to strengthen your core. Repeat this a few times. You can flex your foot to activate your leg a little bit more. If this is too much, just do the leg by itself. Keep the arm on the floor for balance. And then once you've done that a few times, we're going to do it to the other side. So bring your left leg up and your right arm up. Inhale and exhale to bring together. Inhale to extend. Exhale to bring together. Don't worry if you lose your balance, it's normal. And keep going. After your next exhale, lower back to all fours. Going to move into a puppy dog pose. So you need to make sure your hips stay above your knees and walk your hands out to the front of your mat. Aim to bring your forehead to the mat. If you can extend a bit further and bring your chest to mat. Remember to try and keep your hips over your knees. And wherever you are, forehead or chest, you can bend at the elbows to bring the hands to the back of the neck. Clasp your hands together, keeping the thumbs out, and then bend at the elbows. Hold there. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, gently come out the pose using your hands to support you. And then make your way to seated position with your legs out in front of you. And we're just going to do a gentle forward fold here. It doesn't have to be super active. Don't worry about if your knees are bent or your back's not exactly straight. Inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale to try and come forward. Let gravity lower you down and just keep breathing in and out through your nose. That's great. Gently come out of the pose using your hands to support you and lift your arms up, and then make your way to a lying down position. Keeping your feet flat on the floor, bring them close to your glutes. We're going to move into Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. So on an inhale, lift your hips. Make sure you engage your glutes, and then exhale, bring them back down. Repeat like this for another 2 more times. So inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. And then on the next one, see if you can hold it up there. And then to lift a little bit higher, bring your hands together behind your back, bringing your shoulder blades together, push up a little bit more, and that should make you feel a bit more of a stretch in your upper spine as well. And keep breathing here. And on your next exhale, make your way back down and bring your knees into your chest to give yourself a little bit of a hug. And you can roll around a little bit here to massage your lumbar spine. Let your left leg go out long, hugging your right knee now with your left arm, and then inhale to lift your right arm up. Look towards your right side and exhale to bring your knee to your left side, giving yourself a bit of a twist. And just keep breathing here deeply. We're going to go for about 5 breaths. And on the exhale, gently come out the pose and bring your knees back up to your chest, hugging them in. Hug in your left knee with your right arm. Inhale to lift your left arm up. Looking to the left side, exhale to drop your left leg towards the right side. And just lie like this for a few breaths. We'll aim for about 5 breaths. And on your next exhale, come out of the pose gently and lift your knees back towards your chest and give yourself another hug. And when you're ready, release into Savasana, corpse pose. So let your feet roll out and your palms go up and just lie there. Feel the mat against your back and just absorb all the work you've done today. Keep breathing through your nose and keep relaxing. And on your next inhale, I would like you to bring your feet closer towards your chest and roll over to the right side in the fetal position. When you're ready, gently you push up using your left hand and come up to a seated position. And that's the end of the class. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. You can also check me out on Instagram at @StarAndSheep.